each incarnation has been completely different to the other. And this is the one where my element comes to the fore more. I mean, you're kind of physically in the space that the book was about, that I originally wrote. I was trying to find out about. This is all part of a quest to find out about this village. I was originally imagining that the ambience would be kind of intimate. You'd walk through a sort of abandoned building and the kind of voices would kind of float out of the walls, which were just too complicated. Bringing this to this wonderful building right in the middle of the village couldn't be better. So here we are, you're sitting in the crossing area of this amazing church with the voices actually around you in a space that's like a couple of 100 yards where quite a few of the interviews that were recorded.
We always thought we would actually win. We would actually win the jobs back at our place.
Yes, I've sat down there, done my bit, and I've cried my eyes out many a time.
Love your neighbour as yourself.
When I was living in Horden, I didn't really pay so much attention to this building, funnily enough, even though I was living about 100 yards in that direction. When I walked in here, I thought, blimey, how come I didn't even barely notice this place, living beside it for nearly a year? I mean, it is a wonderful building. The materials it's made of, these industrial bricks, the moulded concrete, almost like Victorian railway station aesthetic. Getting the material into a playable form was extremely challenging in a way I didn't anticipate. I thought there'd be these beautifully clear, pristine recordings. Didn't occur to me that A, they would have deteriorated, B, when you played them back, I'd be constantly interrupting the speaker. And some of the voices are just deteriorated in a kind of gravelly roar with, you could just about hear somebody's voice. But in a funny way, that made it more precious when you did find something you could use, where you thought, my goodness, this person's personality is really coming across in this.
If you have anything, share it. And this was the way we were brought up.
People who took the redundancy before the strike and used some of the redundancy payments to look after their families. We had to try and pick the pieces of the regime within British Coal who were ruthless.
I think the model, like the sound, paintings, films, put in these unusual settings that kind of empower the viewer. I think that's a great model. I think that's well worth exploring as a kind of thing in its own right. I think there should be more of that stuff. And I think bringing it back to Horden definitely has been important for me.